A new study says a growing number of teenagers are turning to artificial intelligence for friendship. The report says more than 70% of teens use so-called AI companions, and they are asking ChatGPT from everything from personal advice, emotional support, and with help with everyday decision making. One teen says AI is always available and, quote, never gets bothered with you. The study by Common Sense Media also found 31% of teens say that their conversations with AI companions are as satisfying or even more satisfying than talking to a real-life friend. And 33% say that they have discussed serious and important issues with AI rather than a person. For more on this, let's turn to Paul Steidler, a senior fellow at the Lexington Institute and expert on tech policy. Paul, great to have you with us. I got to tell you, this study is a bit disturbing. Teens are more comfortable talking with AI than a real-life person. I mean, should parents be concerned?
Well, parents should be concerned. The study points out, as you mentioned, that about a third of teenagers feel that way. But there's some very good news here, and that is that there is something much more powerful than a chatbot, and that is a loving, engaged parent who wants to talk to their child, a friend who wants to talk to another friend who's in difficulty. And rather than bemoan what the findings are here, this should be a reminder to all of us that we have to be our children's biggest supporter, their biggest advocate. We have to reach out to them with questions, with concerns, with love and with empathy at all times. We need to be their salt and light. That's what we are taught as Christians. That is much more powerful than what's going on here. But it does underscore the fact that a lot of children, and I would bet mostly those from difficult circumstances or troubled homes that, or maybe from homes that are undergoing a divorce, are unfortunately going down this path. But I would also point out that there are a number of good things in terms of personal advice or factual matters that an AI chatbot can provide to a teenager. You know, take, for example, a 15-year-old who finds out her grandmother has Alzheimer's and whose parents are hesitant to talk about it. You can use AI and the systems there to get the answer, but we always have to reach out to our kids. And this is just a reminder. This is the latest reminder of why it's important to do that and to be their primary source to come to and to be their backstop for all things.
And Paul, remind us again what the Catholic Church teaches us about artificial intelligence.
Well, the Pope Leo has had some very positive things to say about artificial intelligence, and I'll let his words from June 20th at the second annual Rome Conference on AI speak for themselves. He said, AI, especially generative AI, has opened new horizons on many levels, including enhancing research in healthcare and scientific discovery, but also raises troubling questions on its possible repercussions on humanity's openness to truth and beauty, on our distinctive ability to grasp and process reality. So the Pope is saying that AI can and should have very positive, beneficial effects, health-wise and otherwise, on our lives. But we need to be attuned to the fact that it is a tool, and those are his words on it, but it's a tool that, if it's misused, can be harmful in individual relationships. And that's why, we as Christians need to use it in a positive, wholesome, uplifting manner.
Well, amen to that. Paul, thank you so much for joining us, senior fellow at the Lexington Institute and an expert on tech policy. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. Great to be with you again.